Hello. In this video, I'm going to take a look at how to put together a repository on GitHub and then set up a folder on your computer that clones that repository and then go through some simple commands. This situation is one where I'm imagining that I am the only contributor. I'm not going to deal with anything such as branches or forking or anything like that. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to create your GitHub account. I have one here. I have some repositories already here, so my page looks a little different. And remember I said there's two things you need to do at the start. You need to create a GitHub account and create some specific repository, which is a location that stores code. And then you need to set up a folder on your computer that's going to take a clone of this repository. Remember, initially these will have no connection. So let's do this. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to set new repository, and I called it year 9 design. So year 9 design underscore MISP. And this is going to be store my Python work in my year 9 design course. We want to initialize it with the README. It's always good to do that. And then we hit create repository. So now I have this repository on my GitHub site that is accessible, and you can go in there and see code. And there's this option here to clone or download it. So if I hit clone, this is the link to this repository site. So I'm going to copy this link and we're going to use it shortly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my computer and I'm going to right click and I'm going to make a new folder and I'm going to call it Git repo. So this is going to be the folder on my desktop where I clone one or possibly more repositories. So what I need to do first is I need to open up a terminal window at this location. Now you of course could manually open terminal and navigate there, but the easiest way to do it is to right click and then select new terminal at folder. You might not have this option. If you don't have this option, the way you include it is you select Apple and you select system preferences, keyboard, shortcuts, services, and then you can scroll down and you'll see an option here under files and folders to new terminal app folder. So let's do that. We're going to right click, we're going to make a new terminal app folder, and there it is. Now your terminal might look a little different than mine, and that's okay. There's a video that I put together that will install a specific GitHub add-on that allows you to kind of understand a little better what you're doing, and it might be worth looking at that a little later. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in git, and this shows me that I do have git as a command on my computer. It comes preloaded on Macs. If you type it in, it might ask you to install something, in which case just say yes, and we're going to clear the screen. So we're going to git, and we're going to clone, and we're going to clone that directory. So remember, I pulled the link here. That's the GitHub repository I want to clone. Oh, if I can get back there. There we go. And there it is. So now what's happened is if I open up this folder and I look, I have that repository as its own folder inside there. And so if I do an ls here, there's that folder. So I'm going to change directory to year and hit tab just to complete it. And now I hit ls. So what's happened is I have a copy of everything in that repository. This is a very important concept here. It is a copy of it. It is not actively syncing with your computer. So what I've essentially done now is I've opened the terminal window, I've cloned it, and I've copied all that information over. So what I can do now is I can work on that information or work on whatever I'm working on and then eventually pass it back into my repository. So we did that and we did that git pull. There we are. All right. So if I come in here and open up my terminal again, if I do git space status, that gives me the status of it. And it says my branch is up to date with the master. Now, what could happen in some situations is someone might come in here and they might add a new file. So if I'm going to upload a file into this Git repository, and I'm going to upload hello py, and I'm going to commit the changes. I don't recommend doing this yourself. I recommend managing it from your computer, but you can do this. So what happens now is you notice that this repository looks different than the actual folder. Sure enough, it's not there. And the reason it's not there is because these are clones of each other. I have to tell GitHub to actually do a pull to look for anything new. So if I do git space pull, it's going to notice that, oh, there's hello.py in there now, and it pulls it through. It's usually good whenever you start to work to just do a pull to see if there's anything new that you need. Okay, let's look at the reverse here. Now let's imagine that if I'm in this folder, I have this, I'm going to drag a new file in there. So imagine I've made this machine learning demo test. So this is a file I was working on to do some machine learning stuff. Okay, so now I can work on that, I can do something. But what we'll notice now is if we go into our terminal, and we can see machine learning demos now in there, if I do git space status, it tells me that you are not in sync. So what do I have to do? I have to add any files to add any files to a package that I'm going to send up to the repository to update. I have to commit those and then push them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say git space add, and I can type in the file if I want. And there's only one file, so that's okay. If there was more than one file, I could do git add dot, and that's going to add any changes that have happened. Remember, when I talk about changes, I don't just mean a new file. I mean, if I have gone and modified any of the files, that is considered a change as well. So I might have gone and changed hello.py, in which case I would have to add that as well. So the next thing you do is you do a commit, and you use commit with this -m, which means there's a message with this commit, and I'm going to say adding file. Perfect. So it's added the file, and now it's ready for me to push that, and I say git space push. And what that does then is it pushes the information, pushes those files up to my repository, and they are now in sync. They are the same. And if I do git space status, nothing to commit but untracked files presence. So let's do git space add dot, git space commit m, new push, and git space push. There we go. So now if I come into here and hit enter, there it is. So I hope that video helped and gave you an idea of how to manage your workflow. Just to kind of end, my suggestion at this stage is that, and just kind of wrap up, what I like to do when I'm working at this stage is I usually have Sublime Text open, and when I start to work, I'll drag the whole folder in. I'll do my work, so maybe I want to kind of take this hello py and I want to change it. Oh, what happened there? There it is. Hello.py is some sort of, looks like some sort of program to calculate the volume of a cylinder. Maybe I want to add some comments. So this is information about program. Maybe I want to do something where I say print program done, and then I save this. So I'm done working for the day. So what I do is I then go to my terminal. So we'll pull up our terminal again, and I say let's clear this. I say git dot space status. It says that hello.py is not the same, so I say git space add. I'm just going to add everything. Git space commit with a message. Hello.py is update, and I say git push, and that pushes that up there. And now when I do git status, I'm up to date with my actual tree. I hope that video helped, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Have a wonderful day.